It's not like your regular game where it's like it's definitely not story based, I'll tell you that much. Okay. So let's see. Can I just Alright, so I'm gonna just delete. Okay. We could skip the tutorial, I think. Alright. The stars in the sky are going out one by one. But no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. The sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. Oh, this sounds similar to the Void in Final Fantasy V. Even if there are absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. In a place without space, without time, without memories. Okay. Let's see, we're gonna start with the campfire. Alright, no problem. So, I gotta start an expedition. I think I need to make a deck, right? No, they start me with a deck. Okay. So here's my loop. This path. Everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I am the worst savior of all. Let's do it. Alright, so we're gonna start the fight. And the fights are pretty much all automatic. And you get your yeah, it's coming back to me now. I'm starting to remember. Do it here. And like each one of these tiles gives you something, you know? So let's see, we got cemetery. So I think this is gonna give us like zombies or something. We get treasure for that. See, when you put the adjacent tile, it gives you like more stuff. All right, and every time you pass there, it counts as one loop, and you get all your HP back, and you get anything that pings at the beginning of a turn, you get that. See, this is a great game to play while you stream because it really just takes. It does take a little bit of your attention. Like you can't just derp your way through it, but at the same time, it's kind of, it's hard to explain, but like first off, it just takes your mouse. All you need is to click. So that's good. Oh, I gotta change my game to Loop Hero too. Gotta remember to do that. Alright, we should be Loop Hero now. Hit points a little bit low here. It's a nice upgrade for that sword. Oh, you know what? It pauses when I think when you hover over stuff, it pauses. Yo, did my headphone just go out? I feel like I'm only getting audio in one ear. Ah, the Vampire Mansion. Okay. Oh no, there's audio coming in both ears. I don't know why it sounds like kind of weird. Road lantern. I forget what this does. Put it here. Meadow. Here. Rock. Here. Damn it. Gotta put down my spider cocoon. Put that over here. Stop! Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remembered ourselves. Now give us all your things. Hold on. My headphones are feeling weird. Let me see something. Okay, I see what happened. The microphone wire went under the cup of the ear of the headphone, and it was like making it not go flush against my ear. Goblin must rob. Oh, this is a big fight. Come on. Okay. Strange how these creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is actually not so bad and the world is trying to restore itself. That, or even the apocalypse, isn't enough to get rid of some pests. Battlefield. Spawns a chest on an adjacent tile each loop. Ah! Back off, human. Vampire, where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. No more lands, no more flock. Only hundreds of years of emptiness. And hundreds of years of hunger. Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I could keep my head straight. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick, but you can't trick my hunger. It demands its fill. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. Do I find pixel art is overused in indie games? No. Here's how I feel about pixel art. Is it is not a technological limitation at this point. I feel like it's an aesthetic choice. Can you picture this game existing in any form other than as it is right now? Like, try to imagine what this would look like in any other style, right? It just wouldn't make much sense, you know? I don't know. To me, pixel art, like, you know, being overused, that's like saying, you know, impressionism is overused. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's just too many people doing watercolor these days. Like, nah, not really. It's like, it's an aesthetic. I'm into it. Oh, you know what? I fucked that up. I think I could have used this someplace else. But as you can see, you kind of go around here, and you just build. You have to rebuild. So think of this as the sequel to Final Fantasy V, where we are rebuilding after the void. So that's basically what we're doing right now. But nah, I think pixel art, that's really tough, man. It's really tough to say that because I don't know, there's just so many different kinds, you know? Like, all right, you see, as you build, also, like, these things start popping up. It gets a little bit too much. Look at all these spodes! Let me finish! Damn it! Yeah, this is a bad spot to get stuck, you know? Vampirism 12%, counter, regen percent. I like vampirism a little bit better. We'll do that. Vampirism basically means I take their health when I hit them. But yeah, so you can kind of see how this works, and then once you make it to 10 loops, the boss appears at the end, and then you got to choose if you're strong enough to fight him or if you want to head back with your resources. Because if you lose the battle, you lose all the resources you gained here, and you're trying to rebuild your camp. I feel like I'm pretty strong. Trying to think, can I get rid of any of this? What does that mean? I didn't want to lock it. No. A little bit stronger. Attack speed. I'll keep the vampirism and counter spell, actually. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah. And the reason I saved these Oblivion cards is when the boss arrives, you could kind of destroy the start to destroy the boss's zone with the Oblivion cards. I messed that up. I think 4 mountains next to each other actually gets you a bonus. Nice. Also, now you got me thinking about pixel art. There's more than one type of pixel art, too. You gotta think it's like, there's the 8-bit, the 16-bit, the 32-bit. Then there's the modern pixel that has like the realistic shading and stuff like that. I don't know, man. The stuff like Octopath Traveler, I feel like that's like incredible aesthetic, you know? Yeah, see, they let you try to run away every loop. I think you could slow down the speed too. We got a cemetery. Damn it! Yeah, I'm feeling pretty strong, but if I recall correctly, the boss fight in the first couple attempts gets pretty spooky. Yeah, and also as you advance, you get new cards. So like you could start like for now I have like mountains and meadows, but you could start getting like swamps, and you could start getting you know, that kind of stuff, like swamps and rivers. You could change your class to like a necromancer or something. I like the damage to all ability. I like the vampirism ability. Oh man, starting to get a little scary. Starting to get a little yikes. Way better shield right there. Yo, I saw, speaking of pixel art, I saw a really awesome looking game. It was made by Yacht Club Games. It didn't come out yet. I think it's like still an early Kickstarter. It looks like Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. Oh shit, I think I just killed myself by putting that there, didn't I? Do better. Does it seriously not have any healing? Oh no. Get the vampire! I should be alright. What has Yacht Club made? They're the ones that made Shovel Knight, that series. So I mean, that alone is a pretty good on your resume, I'd say. You know. I can't think of anything else they've made at this time, but I just know that that series is quite good. Oh my god. Do I want... Nah, it's only one more defense. A little bit of it. Oh shit! What is that? A blood clot. What the blood clot? Now that's a game I'd like to play on stream. Friggin' Shovel Knight. I think this might do it. Let's see if I could. Yeah, I'm healing. I'm walking away with more health than I walked in. It's good. God damn. Need more mountains. That's no good. too big of a drop in damage. Damn it! Let me go! I know there's a way to pause it. Is this it? Let me see. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm in trouble. Well, I'll lose regen, but that's a nice upgrade. There we go. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Should I make a run for it? I feel like I got a lot of yeah. Well, let's try it. Let's see what we can do here. Can I walk away with more health? Nah, it's dropping. Shit. Oh, here's a good regen. Max HP. Okay. Alright. Come on. Yeah. So yeah, man, this is basically, it's just a super chill game. It's not like, it's not too hectic. It's not too, I mean, it is a bit of a puzzle game. It's a little bit of thinking required here. But at the same time, I feel like it's, you know, you could play it and kind of just like, it's a good streaming game because you could sit and talk while you play. Especially when things... Oh god, what was that? Oh no. No. What do you mean no? You want to save the world, you want to ask for help. Our answer is no. How did you... But why no? We see far away, we see deep inside. For a long time there have been an emptiness inside of the sky, instead of the sky. It doesn't stop us from seeing. Your saving of the world is one-sided and naive. Each person sees their own way to save the world. That's why no one will ever join you. Fine, I don't fully understand it. But tell me your version. How do you see saving the world? By my progeny and king, may they live and be strong. May they join the cycle of life and death. That is life, that is the world. I will kill you and feed your flesh to my starving younglings. And life will go on. How many lives can your blade prolong as you kill again and again? Only one. I don't want to die, and I don't want your children to die of hunger. Please, try to see reason. If my mission succeeds, the harpies can have all the sky and all the hunting grounds they need. I can't feed my children with your beautiful words. Farewell. Oh, this is bad. I gotta run. No! Damn. Let's see. You will keep. You will lose. Yeah. So basically, you got to split and you get to keep your resources. I can't believe it. Hey everybody, the boy managed to return. Survivors. Does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where'd you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from. That or we can't remember. These few people are all that's left of our group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached that conclusion based on the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. Each day we see the signs of other people's presence around us. As far as we know, they don't exist and never did. It's like we forgot them. Forgot them? Exactly. It's as if people are disappearing every day and we instantly forget they existed. Just like we forgot where we came from. And our families, maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. Yoda. That managed to return. That means you remember I was here. So basically, the world ends and you have to rebuild it, right? And every time you go out, you rebuild it and you get more resources. And this place is your home hub that you have to keep building on, right? So you grow this, which gives you more stuff to bring with you on your journey, which makes your building bigger. And it's like a roguelike, it's random. So every time you go out and come back, you know, it gets a little bit more, little stronger, right? So I can basically start building things. Let's see what I can build. So I can make a smithy. Field kitchen. Let's make a field kitchen. Right? Yeah. Do you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier. You're waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. Give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smell of a good stew. Okay. Is there anything else I can build? Yeah, and the more you build, you get more like cards and stuff. Look, unlocks the ability to gain special traits. So field kitchen, 10% to the campfire's healing power. Unlocks the Blood Grove card. Okay. So we can go on an expedition. So I got these guys. Do I have too many? So we can... Yo, what's up? How you doing, man? We want Chrono... Double the effects of a day's passing on the tiles around it. Reduces the maximum numbers of spawning. Is this game fun? Yeah, I would say so. It's a pretty good game to just like kind of chill and think a little bit while you play. I actually just got finished beating Final Fantasy V, which was kind of it was fun, but it was definitely a lot more action, a lot more stressful. I'll turn that off. Let's see. And it was a good way to like wind down. It's just a little bit of a senseless repetition, learning some patterns, figuring out puzzles and stuff like that. So to me, it's been pretty fun. Right, let's see. We'll do cemetery up here, mountain over here, and shield. There we go. Trying to learn a little bit how the game works. So sometimes I have to stop to read. When you hover over, though, he stops fighting, right? But he keeps walking unless you stop right there. Okay, we'll continue the cemetery up here. Grab that and start building rocks. Okay. So we got a blood grove. What does this do? Oh wait, hold on. Placed adjacent to the road near other trees. Its roots devour enemies that have less... Oh, I think you need a grove or something. Okay. Alright, so we can't use that yet. That's a combo card, so that's good to know. Alright, so okay, so we got a grove here. So can I, now, oh, okay, so you do that. Okay. We'll continue the cemetery. Yeah, so basically I'm like rebuilding this, rebuilding the world. It's equal, and that's better. This time I'll try not to get myself killed so I can keep all my resources, you know? Evasion. I'll keep damage to all. Okay, we got a lot. Meadow. Blood Grove. And do another Chrono Crystal, I guess, right? I don't know if do these stack? I guess we'll find out. Find out right now. I don't think they do. I only got one treasure chest. Ah. There we go. Beautiful. Nice upgrade. What's this? Yeah, I think that's a little bit better there. Beacon. I think that covers the most ground. That's trash. I'm the trash man. Alright, Skelly's a little bit tougher. We can put this right here. I think if you surround that on all sides with the resources, you get more. Alright, so you can kind of put that. Cool. Way better. Take that. Here we go. I guess that doesn't really double anything. These chrono crystals are kind of stale. I don't think I want them. So we could swap those out with something better. Vampire Mansion, here we go. Put the Vampire Mansions away from the cemetery. I feel like when they double up with the skeletons and the vampires, things get a little hairy. mimic. That's actually a little bit better. I like that. Damn. Let's work with what we got for now. Oof, these are getting a little rough. Mountains are really scarce too. Oof, that's way better. I lose the vampirism, but man, that HP bump you get. Boom. And boom. Got a goblin camp. Right by a vampire house too. I like that. I like the vampirism, it keeps my health up. Trying to separate them a little bit so we could have time between. Wait, really? What happened there? Damn, that's a lot of spodes. All right, let's build. Let's build. Nice, got 2 Oblivion cards here. See, now you can see that, you know, as you get a little bit more strong and, you know, things advance, the stuff that you build starts looking a little bit, get a little bit crazy with it, right? A lot more options. Things start moving faster. I like that I'm not losing a lot of A lot of hit points per battle. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of like what I got. I like the regen. Regen is super helpful to me. There we go. Now we're talking. Got a grove. Another mountain. Put a rock over here. Got a goblin camp. Shit. Alright, so the enemies are also building up. Look at this goblin camp. Got 3 gobos. Oh god, this is bad. This is a big fight right here. Alright, at least we're strong. Yeah. Kick a little ass, kick a little ass, kick a little... no. Wow. Walked out of that pretty strong. Nice. What's that? Blood clot. Blood clot. What the blood clot? Oh god. Come on. Yeah, holy shit, I'm strong. Like, I am not taking any damage. This is great. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. Could get some more spodes, I guess. Alright. It is getting a bit hairy here. I think we could finally make a mountain range here. Oh, definitely now. Yep. Okay, put a... I don't know, I feel like the chrono crystals are actually working against me here. The harpy's coming. Right, the chrono crystals seem to work against me sometimes because... I have so many of them, and the only thing I could put them next to is enemy stuff. Yeah, let's do more damage. See how that works. There we go. Okay. That's too good to get rid of that. I'm running out of vampirism though. I don't think I have any heals. Shit. Pop a treasury here. Alright, where the music kind of changed, huh? Get a little scary. Yeah. Oh, damn, I'm taking way too much damage now. Shit. I could. I think if I do this. The damn goblins stay though. I got nothing healing me right now. This could be bad. That was weird. The mic just fritzed. Actually, it's not weird because this mic has been falling apart for quite some time now, hasn't it? That's definitely not the first time I've had a microphone problem. That sucks. What a bummer, man. Yeah, it's the Blue Yeti. It's been kind of crapping out lately, man. I think it's just getting old. I've had it for a while now. Put this over here. Damn, I'm only on loop 5? Is that true? Come on. Come on. Oh shit. Alright, not bad. So there's the vampire suites over there, I guess. Beacon. We get past the vampires quickly. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Wait, what loop am I on? Oh no. I have very low hit points. I need more Oblivion cards. I'm gonna have to run. whatever. Alright, yeah, we gotta... There's no way I'm beating the Lich like this. The Elgato Wave 3? I really don't want to buy more shit, dude. I've been trying to, like, consolidate my spending, like, the stream. How much is it? Is it expensive? Alright, let's see if we can build something here. Alright, I need 3 of that. I'm out. Damn. So yeah, basically just keep doing those expeditions, getting more resources, building this. The more you build this, the better your journey gets, your expeditions. Like, I'll be, like, honestly, dude, what I would rather have is, like, I would rather have a good headset with a built-in mic. But I have yet to find anything of that sort. Everything I've seen, it's like either you got to spend, like, a couple $100. Tech doesn't make you happy anymore. I hear you. Yeah. I mean, it's... For me, it kind of does. I still do get a little bit of joy out of tech. I won't lie. I do. But it's like... I'm starting to get this feeling that companies know... they know their value, and they're unwilling to change at all. You know, they're just completely unwilling to, like, even consider, you know, letting people have a little bit, you know what I mean? Let's see, there we go.